players to step up and to play the style of basketball that he always wants his teams to play. Very patient, aggressive when called upon, but don't be in a rush. You've always got a chance. And anybody that has followed Giannakis over the years remembers how he used to play as a point guard, both for Greece's national team and his club basketball, and also how he's coached the Greece national team. Probably pulled off the biggest upset, really, in the last 15 years in international basketball, leading Greece to a 101-95 upset of the United States at the 2006 FIBA Basketball World Cup, a result that still sends reverberations or shockwaves across the European landscape. Okay, maybe I'm getting carried away here, but seriously, one of the all-time great results for Greek basketball, and they partied in the streets. But you know what? Basketball's big in Turkey, and Besiktas certainly make their mark in that country. This is a very good Besiktas team that simply came up short last year when at times it looked like they might go all the way, but they came up short, didn't even make it to the Final Four. But just as Giannakis is a great coach, so is that man, Ufuk Sarıca. Certainly has proved already in his short spell at the helm of Turkey's national team that he is one of the bright minds and great motivators, and it's a lot of fun seeing him. So Besiktas have been introduced. Now the Aris fans are getting to see their team come out, and we're not long off from the start of this game, about 5 minutes away. So left there is Bokoridis. There's Giannakis on the right and Ufuk Sarıca on the left. Can't speak highly enough of those two. And we'll also get a look at the referees for tonight's game, as well as the starting lineups. And it is a famous club, Aris. Of course, they haven't really hit the heights as we're used to seeing a long time ago, but still a lot of passionate fans. Perhaps some of them have grown disenchanted with the inability to get the results that they want really in recent years, but still a passionate following. And if they could get on a winning streak and do something special, you never know. But right now, it's all about taking it one game at a time. You know, you go back and you look from 1982 through 1991, and Aris were really the kings of Greek basketball. So only once during that spell did another team win the title, and that was Panathinaikos in the 83-84 season. So since that point, since the 1991 campaign, they have not won the Greek title, but they do have 10 Greek titles overall. And that is the third most in their history. Panathinaikos far and away the most successful with 35. Now I'm talking about Greek domestic titles. And Olympiacos are second with 12. There are the referees. Always a fun lot of guys. So Antonio Conde of Spain in the middle there. Zdravko Rudisic from Montenegro and Nicolas Maestre on the right from France. People still filing into the arena here before this game. And remember, when you look back and look at that table, it's a huge game, really more so for Aris than Besiktas. But anyway, Earl Clark, Josh Adams, DJ Strawberry, John Diebler, and Juan Palacios, who, remember, came over from Neptunus Klaipėda and in the middle of the season to fortify this lineup. And there's the great man himself, Ufuk Sarıca. I mean, how inspirational was his Turkey team this summer, and also in their first two World Cup qualifiers, which they won back in November. It's Turkish basketball is only getting bigger and better. And of course, Syriza here in the Champions League, the Basketball Champions League, and also Turkey's national team is a big part of that. For Aris, it's going to be Maris, Flionis, Mortos, Duvier, and Bell. So they will be in that starting lineup. So again, coming into tonight, remember, you've got 2 4-7 teams, Telecom Baskets Bonn and Aris. And Telecom Baskets Bonn, they are also in action tonight at Nanterre 92. They are at the bottom, but still with a pulse. And then you had the big upset last night. Well, I won't say it was a big upset, but an eyebrow-raising result. Stelmet Inea Zielona Gora winning over Ostend to improve to 5-7 and climb into the top 4. Also at 5-7 are Sidigas Avellino and Ostend. And they're in 5th and 6th place respectively. There's Panayotis Yanakis. We've already spoken about him. And tremendous player, and possibly even a better coach. I don't know. I don't know who would argue whether he was a better player or a better coach, but he certainly coached a golden era of Greek basketball, leading Greece's national team to the '95 Eurobasket title. Well, good evening, folks. If you're just joining us, we're in Thessaloniki, Greece. It's the Basketball Champions League, and it's Aris taking on Besiktas. And Besiktas wearing the dark uniforms, winning the opening tip and attacking the basket to the left of your screen. So Palacios comes out, takes the first shot, and misses, and Mortos gets the rebound. Mortos passes to Flionis. Inside, and the ball stolen away, but then it's turned back over, and Flionis goes in and draws the foul. It was DJ Strawberry actually came up with a steal, but looked like he was about to fall out of bounds after the collision. Or no, he just kind of stumbled after the contact with Flionis. So Flionis goes to the line, fouled by Adams. And Flionis makes the first one. Coming into this game, he was shooting at a 75% clip at the free throw line. Now he misses one of them, but good alert play there by Duvier to knock the ball out and give him a second chance. There's Flionis over to Mortos, but he puts up an air ball. Palacios bulls his way down low, and Duvier gets the rebound. And the ball goes out of bounds and back over to the visitors. Strawberry passes it down low. Earl Clark turns and scores and puts Besiktas on the board. Now Mortos over to Bell. And then the ball just taken away by Palacios. And the ball goes to Diebler, And that is what he does best, hits three-pointers. Nice shifty move from Fleunis, didn't finish, but there for the follow was Aris. Adams pulls up for three. Now Bell. UVA thought about launching the three. And Bell with the little runner. Short. Strawberry immediately pushes it up the floor. And Diebler again takes some contact before the shot. Clark, and nobody boxed out Palacios, but then Aris reaches up, takes it away, and then from behind Clark reaches in, knocks it off the Montenegrin Aris, but he's able to get it back. Mortos. Oh, beautiful cut back into the left, and I've seen that a couple of times from Aris. Not afraid to go change directions. Diebler reaches in and commits his first foul. One of the usual activities when you go to a Greek game, you hear the drums, you hear the singing. Now the pass inside, Aris scores, but a foul was called on Palacios. What must it have been like for Palacios to leave Neptunus earlier this season and to join this really good Besiktas team? Neptunus, you know, the way they started, they were one of the best teams in the league as well. The team from Klaipėda, Lithuania. Here's Bell, drives in and scores. That's impressive. And good defense from Aris, almost forced the turnover. See Mortos understanding how vital every possession is, trying to get the steal. He knows that his team needs to come up with a win today. And Strawberry short. Besiktas won the first game back on November 7th between these teams, 83-61. Bell for three. Good! Aris. Go back in front. Palacios on the baseline. Can't get it to fall yet, Palacios. Now Bell has it. Goes behind the back. Mortos gets inside, passes it back outside to Dovier. Now Clark gets inside. Leonis over to Mortos, pass to Dovier, and good scrap from Aris, but then Palacios just takes it away from him. Quick pass inside to Palacios, and he was fouled by Leonis. Palacios makes the first. Of course, Leonis is a young man, played for Greece at the under-20 European Championship this past summer. They hosted that competition. He measures 1.85. There's Shanley. Fair touch. Shanley checks into the game. Oh, beautiful pass, Duvier. Another good pass, and Aris goes up. Oh, and a bit of good fortune there. It could have been Shanley that tapped that in. I wasn't sure, but Aris will get the basket. Adams, no-look pass, and no-look catch from Clark because he didn't. Look at this. Beautiful play, Leonis. Patient, gets it to Aris, doesn't go up strong enough, but then as he and Shanley are going for the ball goes in. Aris has played a couple of games since his arrival. Bell rattles out and then goes down after glancing off the backboard. Now 5-point lead for Aris. Strawberry made the team of the week last week. He was outstanding. Here's Adams. Another air ball. Bell holds up, pulls up for three. He's got the skill. There's no doubt. There's no doubt that Giannakis wants to see that ball pushed around a little bit more. For Leonis, here's the applause as he goes out. And Lefteris Bocaridis comes in. Remember, he came back to his hometown club, Aris, after a spell at Panathinaikos earlier this season. And it goes, and the foul on Mortos as Shanley was going for the dunk. So Shanley, good, strong, aggressive move for him. And he gets to the free throw line. And probably one of these Turkish players who doesn't get the hype that a lot of other Turkish players get, but boy, he is growing by leaps and bounds, this player. He's definitely improved since last year, and of course, I think it's probably helped his confidence to become a part of that national team setup. Now Strawberry hustles in from behind. Diebler reaches in, picks up his second. Bocaridis also already game day MVP after his performance earlier this year against Zielona Góra in Poland. So he's made some headlines himself. Here's Mortos. Great follow from Duvier. Well, very competent start here for Aris. Strawberry, well, he saw an opening and he was going for it, and then Aris snuck in and committed the foul. Now look at Duvier, he got good position there on Shanley. So Strawberry is at the free throw line. So DJ Strawberry shooting 66%, 66.7%. Don't want to undersell him. Makes the first one. Son of the New York Mets legend, Daryl Strawberry. Dad, one of the most famous and feared hitters ever in that city. He was amazing. And his son chose the path of basketball. Besiktas are glad that he did. And Mortos drives in. I think if he attempted the shot, he would have gotten a couple of free throws. That's 14 fouls on Besiktas now. 8 minutes into the quarter. Adams is going to come back, or excuse me, coming into the game for the first time tonight is Kyle Weems. Also in the game, Ryan Boatwright, number 3. The free throw is good. Now the drive, and good aggressive play from DJ Strawberry, draws the foul from Duvier. So once again, DJ Strawberry goes to the free throw line. 32 years of age, and makes the first. Free throw is good. So far, an interesting stat. Keep an eye on this one. Aris out rebounding Besiktas 12-6. And Bocaritas now fouled in the backcourt by Clark. So they're over the limit. You got to wonder about that foul. Why commit it? There he is, Giannakis. It's all about work, work, work. Patience, patience, patience. Those are words that you'll hear come from his mouth often. And Bocaritas makes the first couple. He knows big performance tonight for his team, how important it is. And he wants to come out and really get after Ryan Boatwright, who, by the way, played for Armenia this past summer. And nice long jump shot. For Besiktas, that was Strawberry. Duvier now. So Strawberry with 5 points. Duvier drives in, gets swatted. Met 2 defenders, Weems and Shanley. Now Boatwright shakes and bakes. Hands it off to Strawberry. Inside to Shanley. Turns, jump hook, and Duvier flies in for the rebound. Both teams over the limit in fouls here in the first quarter. Bocaritas, bounce pass. Cyrus not able to pull down and get it, but nevertheless they've got it back. Now Maris comes back in. Duvier takes his seat. Pass to Mortos, and he banks it in. Wow. Besiktas falling asleep in a big way on that one. Look at this. You simply, he could have even passed it to Bocaritas if he'd wanted, with Shanley coming out, leaving his man. Go back to a 6-point lead. Watch Bocaritas. All tapped out. Strawberry, good. Well, that's what a shooting guard is supposed to do. He's supposed to shoot it. And he's doing it to good effect here. He's got 8 points. Final seconds ticking off the clock here in the opening quarter. Besiktas will cross over. Aris short and well short. Aris take a 20-17 lead to the bench at the end of the first quarter. There it is, 20-17. Aris on top after one. So how are Aris doing it? Well, they're 6 of 13 inside the arc, 1 of 4 from deep, and 5 of 6 at the line. But Besiktas 7 of 8 at the charity stripe, helping them overcome their struggles from the floor. So some of the highlights from the first quarter. Remember, Greece's 24-man squad was announced only recently, and got some interesting names on there of relevance in this game. Giannis Atheneo, who hit the famous three-pointer to win at Great Britain in overtime in the November qualifiers. Besiktas has been named in this squad. Also in the squad from Aris. Let's see. Back to live action. And the ball knocked away. Here comes Strawberry pushing it hard. And he stumbles over. Besiktas trying to make the pass to Aris, but I think Strawberry got a hand on that. The referee blows his whistle to signal another foul. Besiktas over to Aris. Aris will try to post up. Nope. He's going to shoot it, and he is going to draw the foul from Strawberry. Yeah, he got him on the elbow. There's no doubt. He only grazed it, but he got him. That's a foul. Oh, Aris misses another one. And costly misses when you're chasing the playoffs. You need to make everything. Kyle Weems. Now Bocaritas, guarded by Adams. And Bocaritas had his pass knocked away. Oh, a prayer has fallen. What a shot right as the clock, and it was Pruitt who made it. He banked it in. I don't even know if he called bank shot. Doesn't matter, bank was open. Look at this. He knows exactly how much time is left and alertly gets rid of it. Right over Kenan Sapahi. And boy, I bet you if he tried to do that again, it might take him a few attempts. What an introduction to the game for him. Here it is again. Look at this. Adams gets inside, over to Weems, and long three-pointer that time from Clark, showing his range, and then a foul. Well, Aris, certainly you wouldn't say it's a comfortable lead, but doing a pretty good job right now. They're on top. Shot from Bocaritas out, and then a foul has been called on Kalaitzakis. Oh, beautiful play inside, finished by Weems for Besiktas. Now they get it back to one. Gary Bell sitting on the bench for a while here. You wonder if the temptation might be to get him back in the game for Aris. Tyrelis turns, puts it up. Good second chance. Bocaritas over to Pruitt. Well, the one he made before was even tougher than that. Now look at Sapahi push it quickly. You gotta love how Sapahi really likes to push that tempo. Adams and Bocaritas saves it in bounds to Maris, who gets it back to Bocaritas. Tyrelis hands it off. Pruitt over on the right wing. Bocaritas spins, gets in the lane, and his pass goes out of bounds. And Antonio Conde overrules it and says it is Aris ball. Yeah, good call. You can see it goes off the hand of Clark. With Bocaritas, you know you got to be ready for the pass because it's coming. I mean, he has got a little bit of razzle-dazzle in his game, and he's looking to make the pass. Listen to Coach Soricha. to the 2-point shooting and the 3-point shooting for both teams. The rebounding, are still with an advantage, though not quite as great as it was. And at the end of the shot clock, nothing good this time. Pruitt shakes his head, disappointed, goes the other way. And drive and the foul. So Besiktas now with a chance to take the lead. Aris called for the foul. Well, Aris is going to exit the game, and Gary Bell is going to come back in. Foul, no, violation, backward violation. Oh, sorry, excuse me, they didn't get it over in time. You've only got 8 seconds to get it across midcourt. And Yanakis, that's the type of thing that'll give him even more gray hairs than he's already got. Look at it. No need beating a dead horse. They know they made the mistake. He's going to get on with it. So Besiktas, with Clark having hit one of the 2 free throws, has tied it up, and now they will go in and look to take the lead. Biggest lead of the game came early. They went up by 4 points, but since that time, Aris has been on top. But now here comes the chance for Besiktas, and Diebler checks in, shoots it too long, and the ball goes off Sipahi. Alert play from Aris. Fionis gets it to Bell, who's been heating up on the sidelines, waiting to come back in. Oh, Fionis' pass just a little too high. It's over the defense correctly, but out of the reach of Zarelis. Josh Adams turns. Oh, he was going to jam it. Leonis was lucky to get off, didn't get on the poster, but then Adams just goes right back at the rim. That was a message possession right there from Adams and Besiktas. They're going to start turning it up a notch. And so it was perhaps fortunate. Now watch this. He's missed the dunk, but then he says, you know what? I'm just going to lay this up the old-fashioned way. Leonis pulls up for three. Got it! Nope, I think that gave him a two. He must have had his foot on the line. Oh yeah, his foot wasn't even on the line. It was inside the line. So he's now got 3 points, and we've got another tie. They're not really looking for Leonis to score a lot. Here's Diebler. And offensive foul on Weems. Watch Weems. Slides in a little bit too late to Pruitt. Although you could probably say the same as Shanley, but because Weems did it first. Actually, they called it on Shanley in the end. Bell. And a lot of black shirts there for the rebound. Sipahi over to Strawberry. Sipahi. I tell you, if Sipahi is able to knock down the three-pointer consistently, his stock would go up immeasurably. Because he plays with a lot of energy. I mean, defensively, he's really good. But from three-point range this year in the Basketball Champions League, he's shooting at about 24% clip. And also the foul puts Maris on the line, and this time he makes the first one. Maris had been with Cholet earlier this season, but on December 30th, he was let go and found a club that was happy to take him. So Aris back on top by 2. Good defense from Leonis. Just reached up, took it away. Tyrelis is going to post up. He's looking to score. No, he's going to pass to Maris. It's good. Maris for Aris. He was built for this team. To a 4-point lead. 3-point attempt. Strawberry, short. Bell has it. Tyrelis spins, turns, stepped out of bounds. Yanaka says he was pushed. Tyrelis not complaining. He was definitely out of bounds, that's for sure. Well, Besiktas haven't played particularly well to this point, but they're only down 4. Boatwright has come into the game. You know, at some point, they're going to start clicking. Boatwright goes behind his back, a little crossover, gets in the lane. Earl Clark flies in, gets the rebound, and earns a trip to the free throw line. 30 years of age, Clark. Had a big season last season in the Basketball Champions League. He was solid. He's averaging 10.2 points per game now, 3.8 rebounds. Both free throws are good. That cuts it back to a 2-point deficit with 2:06 remaining. Duvier comes back in for Aris. And Aris will head to the bench, perhaps with the aim of avoiding foul trouble. Well, he doesn't have any fouls. So Duvier, a better matchup, Yanakis believes. Bell, short, flying in for the rebound. The captain, Mortos. Has a long look at the ref. Shot clock winding down. He's going to have to launch it. Gets in the lane, misses the layup. Good aggressive play, gets it back. Duvier wide open, he misses. And the ball again knocked out this time by Tyrelis, and the Aris faithful enjoying the effort. Tyrelis, little jump hook. No, but Duvier there, he gets blocked. Oh, so many chances and no points. Palacios gets the rebound. And now Flionis has the ball. Flionis at the line and the whistle, and it's an offensive foul called to hand it back over to Besiktas. So the teams head to the bench here. 58.6 seconds. And we are almost at halftime. Aris clinging to a 2-point lead. See the Aris game leaders. Remember, the pressure is on really Aris. I mean, they're fighting for their playoff lives, whereas Besiktas, if they win this game, they are going top of the table. They're going top of Group D, so they are already in the playoffs. Rebounding Aris, you could see that one possession allowed them to increase the rebounds, go back up advantage of 7. What'd you do last night? I went to the basketball game. I mean, come on. What more would you rather do? Basketball Champions League is on. You want to go watch some hoops? And hopefully for the Aris fans, their team will get a big win tonight. But Besiktas, they might be able to turn it up a gear. Let's see how they do here at the end of this half. Boatwright takes it inside. Back out to Diebler. Shot clock down to 5. Duvier guarding him, and he put up a tough shot. Duvier now has it. And they are going to hold it for 1. Mortos. Going to take the shot clock down as far as possible. And Sorela's called for an infraction. Here we are again, getting wrapped up. Oh, excuse me, it wasn't Cyrelis, it was well, not sure. Whoever it was bumped into our camera. Anyway, the call was a turnover on Mortos, calling it for a 3-second violation. And the good, strong drive to the basket from Adams gets him a trip to the free throw line. And it's Christidis who was guarding him there. Vasilios Christidis. Diebler takes a seat. Diebler, remember, picked up those two early fouls. Adams misses the first one. It's kind of been that kind of night for Besiktas. Just not quite getting over the hump. Now 10 of 13 from the line, and Adams goes 1 of 2 to cut it back to a 1-point deficit. Another timeout, just under 7 seconds remaining. Field goal percentage for both teams, and also how they're shooting inside the arc.
Left Aris, and right. Okay? We pop for pass. And here we have carry. Let's go. Carry. Hello, guys. You flash. We need to pass here, and we need here on mark. Okay? We bring a ball and pass.
Turnovers for Aris, 6 for Besiktas. So Ufuk Sorica is hoping his team can get a defensive stand here in the final 6.8 seconds. Leonis inbounds it just in the nick of time to Bell. Now Bell brings it up, goes strong to the basket, but comes up short. And that is how the first half ends. Aris with a 1-point lead. And Yanakis, I don't know if he wanted a foul. They didn't get it. 29-28, Aris on top of Besiktas at halftime. Aris, 8 of 23 inside the arc, 7 of 10 at the stripe, 2 of 8 from deep. Besiktas, you can see 11 of 14 from the free throw line. And the rebounding is, has really helped Aris kind of keep their noses in front. I'm sure Soric will have something to say about that in the changing rooms. So it's a close one. Bell with 7 points. He could have gone the 9, but missed that layup at the end. Duvier with the 8 rebounds. Clark has 8 points, 5 rebounds for Adam, coming from the point guard spot. And Fleonis with a couple of steals. Shanley with some good play as well. And there are the leading scorers. In fact, Clark and Strawberry each with 8 points for Besiktas. So we are at halftime, and we'll be right back for the start of the third quarter. 29-28, Aris on top of Besiktas Sompo Japan in a low-scoring first half. And again, I guess if you're Aris before the game, obviously you want a bigger lead if possible, but at least you've got the lead. You've shortened the game. Now you just have to win 20 minutes as opposed to 40 minutes. But it's going to be a tough ask because you just got that feeling that Besiktas can turn it up a notch. Maybe we'll see some better play from both teams offensively here in the second half. Of course, you take away that desperation shot from Pruitt right at the end of the shot clock buzzer. He got a 3 for that, and Besiktas would be on top. But one thing that Besiktas have done well is they've been able to get to the free throw line. They're 11 of 14, and Aris also is 7 of 10. So Shanley, Strawberry, Diebler are going to start the second half, as well as Clark. And also it appears Boatwright. Modis is, hey, look at the fans from Thessaloniki wave to the crowd. We've got our eye on you. So starting here in the second half is Bell. Bocaritas gets the nod. Mortos, Duvier, and Modis. So it's Boatwright, Clark, Shanley, Strawberry, and Diebler for Besiktas. And Besiktas will start the second half. I wouldn't say it's been a listless effort from Besiktas. I mean, they've encountered some resistance here from Aris, but Aris are going to have to keep playing D. Keep this close. They did a good job on Boatwright, but you can't leave Clark wide open. And fortunately for them, he is off target. Bell to Morris. Shot clock winding down. He's going to have to go to work. And Boatwright sneaks in there and takes it away. No look pass to Strawberry, but he brings it back out. Now Shanley's going right at Duvier. Turns, puts it up. Besiktas have the lead. And the backdoor pass was there, but Bocaritas didn't catch it cleanly. So brought it back out. And Bocaritas called for the push with his right forearm. On Strawberry. Wouldn't say it's too much of a push, but just enough to catch the eye. Boatwright for 3. And nothing but yellow shirts under there for the rebound. Bocaritas takes it. And the drive from Morris, and he will go to the line. Shanley picks up another foul. Well, I think they'd like to get him in a little bit of trouble. If they could. So that's Shanley. 3 fouls now for him. Take him out of the mix, and obviously that front line not quite as imposing. Of course, they could bring in Palacios, but Palacios hasn't had a good game so far. Morris makes both, and puts his team back in front. Strawberry for three. Bocaritas looks to shake and bake. Bounce pass, beautiful play. Oh, Mars tried to go behind the back to Bell, but that wasn't the play. Oh, what a spin from Boatwright. He missed, but he got the foul. Now, you don't mind Morris attempting that pass, but okay, look at this play. Wasn't awful defense, to be honest. But at the other end, Morris, he's a big fella. He's got to go up strong and started making that behind the back pass that was just taken away by Besiktas. Both free throws good by Boatwright. He is fun to watch, isn't he? So out of the game is Shanley. And now Sarica tries to get the right call. Palacios, as expected, back in place of Shanley, who goes to the bench with 3 fouls. Duvier's pass a little careless. Mortos. Besiktas being opportunistic. And fortunately for Aris, Besiktas missed another open jumper. Clark not having a great game. Morris penetrates, and good fortune again for Aris to get it back. And this time, great defense from Strawberry to come out and challenge the shooter. Instead of getting a shot blocked, Duvier traveled. Yanakis barking at the refs has picked up a technical. Antonio Conde's had enough. He was saying right before that, where was the foul? Dieber at the line. That's just handing him a point. I'm not sure which foul he was talking about, because there wasn't a foul called except on Boatwright, when they fouled Boatwright and put him on the line. So the foul was on Duvier. And now the French referee has called a foul. So that fouled Bocaritas. Ryan Boatwright with the jumper, the three-pointer, and it is now a 5-point Besiktas lead, and you knew this might be coming. Besiktas turning it up. Aris not playing well here in the third quarter. Palacios picks up the foul. The Thessaloniki crowd needing something good to happen. Finally get it from Bell. Bell's old-fashioned playing with those low tops. Clark goes to work on Duvier, turns, misses. Good D, and again, Boqueritas comes down with the rebound. Bell again, and the scrap for the ball. There were 5 black jerseys going for the rebound and just 1 yellow one, Muertos. Boatwright, a little floater. He misses. And Palacios gets the rebound. Boatwright again, wide open. And finally, Aris able to get a rebound. Remember, 4 and 7, Aris need a win desperately to keep their playoff hopes alive. And boy, Aris may have caught a break there. They called a foul on Boatwright. Let's have another look. Well, that's one of those, he got a lot of ball, but because he was going through both in between the body of Boqueritas and his arm, I guess the referee felt like that was a foul. So Boqueritas has made his first free throw. Misses the second, however. Boatwright. His pass tapped by an Aris player, goes out of bounds. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And over and back is the violation called on Besiktas. I mean, there wasn't going to be much time anyway, even if Clark had rushed. Look at this. Woo. I think Clark might have had a point there. So these things even out over the course of the game. Duvier backing up Weems, and fortunately for him, the ball goes off of Adams. Palacios picks up the 4th team foul for Besiktas. I'm guessing if they can get to the line, they'll take it, because right now they're finding it difficult to get any looks, any good looks at the basket. Boqueritas patient. Oh, what a move, but he misses the shot. Besiktas not able to collect the rebound, however, so a new 14, but boy, we saw some potential in this play from Boqueritas. He's got to be able to finish it. Well, they're just having an almighty struggle. Aris just 5 points scored here in the quarter. Just 8 for Besiktas, in fact. Diebler. Strawberry hesitates. Palacios offensive rebound. Draws the foul from behind on Boqueritas. Second foul. Palacios, boy, he's having a nightmare tonight offensively. Just can't get it going. 3 fouls, excuse me, on Boqueritas. Looks like we might not see Atheneo tonight. He hasn't come in yet. Don't know if he doesn't feel well or if he's carrying an injury. He's standing up on the bench now. So Palacios makes 1 of 2. Boy, Bell lost that. Was able to get it back, and now he's tied up And the defense from Besiktas is really starting to take over this game. Jump ball possession arrow goes to Aris, but they have got to figure this out. Always the strength of Ufuk Sarıca team is his defense, no question. Aris loses control as he starts to go to the basket. Adams. Oh, great play, Besiktas. He goes in for the layup, and he is fouled. What a play. So no foul was called, in fact. So Adams is going to check out, and Keenan Sipahi checks in. And really, you know, it's a fair question. You know, Besiktas got the MVP 1 week. What has he done since? And the answer really isn't not much. If he can elevate his game here in this situation, artists certainly need him, it appears, to come out and make some plays to win this game. So Diebler, wow. And the hustle from Weems gets the ball back for Besiktas. Diebler missed 2 free throws. So Murtos was called for that foul. So that's a tough one to give away if you're Aris. Pass inside, Weems, oh! Goes up and has a three-point play opportunity, and that's why giving away the rebound, why the extra hustle from Besiktas makes all the difference in the world. This is a potential turning point in the game. And Weems indeed converts the three-point play. Look at it, he's bringing the fire. Who's going to match it? Bell brings it across midcourt. Besiktas finds his way, hangs, misses. And Besiktas, Sipahi has been hit with a foul. Come on, Aris, you got to win it for these kids. But Besiktas, you got to win it for that man. Oh, Besiktas struggling. Another missed free throw. He's getting most of the minutes tonight at point guard. Sinks the second, and he is going to go out. And I believe Flionis is checked. Nope, it's going to be Pruitt that is checking back in. So a three-point game, and Pruitt is guarding Sipahi. Now bounce pass, and Palacios draws the foul. He will go to the line. Aris just a little bit out of position there. He got a lot of ball there, but got some body. Latios has had some struggles, but he makes his first free throw. And only makes one of two again. Well, it could be worse for Aris. They have struggled, only down 4. They've struggled in this quarter. They got to get rid of it. Somebody's open. It was Pruitt under the basket, but they couldn't get him the ball. Bell, a long jump shot is good. They gave him a 3. Back to a 1-point game. Offensive foul. Illegal screen. Here was Bell at the other end. And this was Palacios. His difficult night. Just can't seem to get it going, Palacios. So Aris, they've been struggling. Now they turn it over. And this time, a moving screen for them. And that foul was indeed on Mortos. Probably the most called infraction in basketball. Look at this. Beautiful pass, Shanley gets it into Weems. And he throws it down with authority. Now Pruitt. Final minute of the third quarter. And steps back, misses. Good shot, good job from Mortos to get it back. And Pruitt gets inside and draws another foul on Shanley. That is number 4. They got like the aggression from Pruitt. Shanley picks up foul number 4, as you can see. Omar Morgan Pruitt, the 23-year-old from America, has made the first one. Misses the second, however. But now another foul has been called on Besiktas, going for the rebound. Pruitt, by the way, played at William and Mary in Virginia. So Cyrelis, the beneficiary, makes the first one. Now he can tie it. Ogridis, meanwhile, back in the game. Does not tie it. Again, 1 of 2. And the free throw is kind of a problem now for Aris. 65%, 13 of 20. Strawberry drives in, can't get it to go. Now Pruitt, will he look ahead if they get an easy one? I think his coach wanted him to wait. He gets it back, goes back, gets it blocked again, and it goes back to Besiktas. He might hear it after that. And he looks up at the clock and says, my mistake. I wasn't thinking. But even then, I mean, he should have made that shot. He had the move, and then he went back up. So Besiktas have the last shot. Final seconds ticking off the clock. Strawberry for three. Good! And that is a killer. Giannakis knows it. You almost knew it was going to happen when Pruitt did not exercise good decision-making by slowing it up for that last shot. But, I mean, he knew he had made the mistake. You could even see him after that slam the ball down, Pruitt. He'll learn from the mistake, but big play. Besiktas lead 46-42 going into the fourth quarter. So Besiktas, they've had their struggles shooting the ball tonight, but they've done well at the line, 17-24. And that fifth three-pointer of the night from Strawberry has put the wind in their sails once again. That was a great play from Besiktas, and at that point, you know, the momentum started shifting to Aris. But it's, you know, you gotta play smart basketball. You gotta play intense, like Kyle Weems there. You gotta make some shots, like Gary Bell there, but you also gotta play smart. And Aris not playing smart there at the end of the quarter. Filiunas comes back in the game. So a different look here with Besiktas and Filiunas in. Maris still in the game. Pruitt remains in the game as well, as does Besiktas. Great play, Filiunas takes it away. A bad turnover from the point guard. Sipahi. Now they dump it over the defense. Cyrelis back outside. Filiunas takes the bump and misses the shot. Clark whizzes to the corner. Weems, good! Boy, ever since he hit that buzzer beater to win last year against Dinamo Sasser, I believe it was. Or no, it was against one of the German teams. Weems, he's got that reputation, and now their lead is 7. Besiktas forces one up and banks it in. Boy, that was unorthodox. And foul called on Filiunas as he reached in and got a hold of Strawberry. Pruitt goes out, gets the low 5 from Giannakis, so he's not bearing a grudge after what happened at the end of the third quarter. Timeout on the court, 5-point game, Besiktas on top. See, the rebounding numbers good for Aris.
When you go.
Mortos has the 4 fouls. Sarelis, Bocaritas,
Here and fake.
each with 3 fouls, and Duvier as well. Shanley's already fouled out, in fact. He's got 5. Palacios has 4. But it doesn't seem as if losing the bigs is that costly, especially the way Weems has been playing. He's been playing like a man possessed since he came into the game into the second half. Of course, he had one of the highlight reel dunks of the game. And right now he's got 10 points, 5 rebounds, a block shot, a steal. He's at plus 17. Efficiency, 16 minutes of action. Plus 17, rather. He is the highest rated player for Besiktas tonight. Clark just can't buy it. He could be on the beach and he wouldn't be able to throw it into the ocean tonight. He's struggling. Bocaritas again, penetrates. 3-point attempt from Mars, it's good! Well, that was unexpected. Now it's a 49-47 game. Well, you can't be afraid. You got to make plays. Here's Clark. And you know what? That is the sign of a great shooter. He's struggling, but he keeps shooting. And now Clark reaches in and makes a play on defense. And they hand it off to Strawberry. He gets swatted. Oh, he gets swatted by Bocaritas. And they have called the foul. Goodness gracious. I think he might have got him. Yeah, I guess they're calling it on the follow-through. But boy, that was something else. And also now he has got 4 fouls. Strawberry goes to the line and makes the first one. Ordinarily, I'm not sure you would expect that to be called. That's tough. I mean, you want to see your guys going out making plays, and now Bocaritas has it taken away, and Weems goes in for the dunk. And now the Aris fans are letting the referees hear it. And Bell answers with a 3-pointer, back to a 4-point game. So timeout here as referees discuss something. So it's interesting with Besiktas, and again, remember, it's all about defense for Sarica. It has to start on that end of the floor, and it's their defense that's really been making plays. Their offense is turning it over. Here's Bocaritas again in the open floor. Oh, he gets blocked from behind. Bell for 3, short. And Flionis. Bocaritas puts up a 3. The game getting a little bit crazy now. And you can see Yanako saying, calm down. He wants to get out there and play himself. Go put on some shorts, Panadas. Now Weems turns. Well, if it was a tough call against Aris, it's kind of gotten the crowd into it. Flionis, a little runner. Back to a 2-point game. Sipahi drifts in, back to Clark. On line, but short. Now Boukaritis looks up the floor. 5.5 minutes remaining. Aris fighting for their playoff lives. The drift, the floater, short from Flionis. Clark again. And foul called. Here it is. Weems bumps Boukaritis. That is an amazing block. Well, that is a perfectly timed block from Clark. He's made some big plays here in the fourth quarter, both ends of the floor. He got it right before it went off the backboard. Bell, good, count it. Aris have taken the lead again. And surely the way this game has gone, the call against Boukaritis has probably helped Aris. It's really fired up this crowd. And now they reach in, they take it away again. And Bell hitting some timely shots. Spin move, Sarelis drives in, a little bit out of control. Every possession important. Look at Bell on this one. Textbook. 4 of 7 from three-point range is Bell. You know he's got to be the one that takes the shot if it comes down to a big one. Palacios goes baseline, and he was fouled by Maris before the shot. A win for Besiktas lifts them back into first place. Group D, what a group. We haven't Stelmet and Gilona Gore risen from the dead. Here's Palacios, drives in, misses. Boy, he is not himself tonight. Hasn't made a shot from the floor tonight, Palacios. Boukaritis, step back, then his pass. A little bit wild. The patience is a virtue, guys. That's 2 possessions now, 2 turnovers for Aris. And we'll see if it comes back to haunt him. 20 turnovers on the night for Aris. And now Flionis called for a hold on Diebler. And I do think that they've sort of ridden their luck tonight. Aris with some of the jump shooters for Besiktas not finding their range. Here's Diebler, fouled while attempting a three-pointer. 3 free throws coming for John Diebler. And of course, that's not a done deal. Diebler 1 of 3 at the free throw line tonight. Well, it is the toughest, you know, I mean, these guys are such good shooters. You want to get a hand in the face. And there's just such a small margin, really. Because when you get close, you know, the referee sees any contact, he's going to call the foul. 55 apiece. Remember, Aris on their previous 2 possessions have turned it over. But Diebler is such a good shooter. I mean, this is how he earns his living, shooting the basketball. But tonight at the free throw line, he's had a hard time. He makes 2 of 3. Came into tonight having made all of his free throws. He was 19 of 19 before tonight. So sometimes sports is a funny thing. You just don't know. So, Aris, they've been there, thereabouts. And just as a reminder, as you look at the top scores, they have got a little bit of foul trouble. Duvier with 11 rebounds, Leonis with 7, Maris with 6. Bocaritas has 4 fouls, and Mortos, the captain, has 4. 3 for Duvier, 3 for Maris. Weems with 12 points, Clark with 10 points, Strawberry with 9. Besiktas just haven't been themselves tonight. It's a strange one. Gaic is going to come into the game for Besiktas, number 9, it appears. I just saw Bocaritas cross himself, hoping for a little bit of divine intervention. Leonis is able to get it across midcourt, not turn it over. So 1-point lead for Besiktas after the 2 of 3 effort from Diebler. Now Sapahi commits Besiktas' only their 2nd foul here in the 4th quarter. Chance of Aris. Arelis, he's double teamed. And another foul, this one on Weems. Gaic was in there as well, hemming him in. Now it's past the bell. He's been the man with the hot hand. I'd be awfully surprised if he has any daylight to shoot the basketball. Shot clock winding down. Flionis gets it to Bell. He's going to have to put up a tough one. He gets blocked. Great play by Strawberry. With 3 possessions now in a row where they've come up empty. Boatwright to Weems, going to work on Flionis. Puts up a short jumper. Good job from Flionis. Boatwright on Flionis. Sarelis. Flionis puts up a 3. Good! What a big time shot from the young man. Aris go back in front. This is a game where youngsters grow up. Doing it in the Basketball Champions League in a big moment. Somebody has got to step up and take a shot, and they got to make it. And on this occasion, it was Flionis. Beautiful follow through right in the grill of Ryan Boatwright. Still a lot of work to do, boys. 7 of 16 now. Aris from deep. 6 of 19 for Besiktas. And you can see that there have been some struggles shooting the basketball tonight for both teams. Keenan Sapahi and Palacios each with 4 fouls for Besiktas. And Boatwright has 3. How good was Strawberry when he got the block shot? from Bell at the other end defensively. I mean, those are the types of things that make him a must-have player. Strawberry for three. Oh, he banks it in. The bank is open. Besiktas go back in front. Now Bell gets inside. 4 on the shot clock. 3. Bell right at the line and misses, and Clark with the rebound. So apologies, if you look up on top of the scoreboard, you can see the shot clock winding down, coming up on the 1 minute mark. Sipahi, and the box out from Aris. Final minute. Well, it had to be, didn't it? It's a Greek drama. And the question is it going to turn into a Greek tragedy tonight? Flionis again. This time he grazes the outside of the net. Look at Strawberry. Well, sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, but who knows? I mean, maybe he did mean to bank it in. We'll have to ask him after the game. There's the clock back. You can see how big that shot was from Strawberry, giving Besiktas the lead. And now he's got the ball. And who is going to step up for Aris? And what about Besiktas? Clark, he hasn't hit much all night. And he misses again. Now Bokaritas has it. And Aris, I don't know that you want to wait for the last shot here. I think you want to take what you can get. Bokaritas drives in, and he is fouled. And pressure now comes with Bokaritas going to the free throw line. Palacios is fouled out of the game. Bokaritas tonight, 4 of 6 at the charity stripe. The Thessaloniki favorite son back at Aris from Panathinaikos. And without question, since that return, this has to be the biggest moment for him. He needs to step up and drill a couple of free throws to help his team stay in the hunt for a spot in the playoffs. Of course, if they lose, it's not necessarily like they're eliminated, but it's becomes a lot harder. They need a win. Bends his knees, puts it up, and misses the first one. Well, you can't ask for much more than that. Now he's got to make one to tie it, and he does. So this allows Besiktas now to hold it for the last shot. And who knows, folks, we might have to hold off on dinner for a while. We might have overtime. I'd be okay with that. If it doesn't kill you, Bokaritas, it makes you stronger. And that's what you got to remember. And you also got to remember Kyle Weems has a history of buzzer beaters. And he is on the other team. They have any number of candidates to take a potential game-winning shot. Besiktas tonight are 20 of 29 at the free throw line. And you wonder what would happen if a foul is committed here. Don't forget Monaco trying to stay unbeaten tonight. They're playing at EV Baskets Oldenburg. They're in the first quarter there. So after this game, you might want to watch that one. Who knows? So who's going to have the eye of the tiger? So they advance the ball, and it's going to be Diebler who's going to inbound it. And Besiktas will presumably take a few seconds off the clock before they get into it. Well, you know Adams can penetrate. Here he is. He gets bumped up high. Oh, offensive foul! Boy, talk about a tough call. Adams goes down hard with 5.9 seconds remaining. He comes up worse for wear. Where's the call? Let's see. The Spanish referee makes the call underneath the basket. Oh yeah, he wraps his left arm. Great spot by Conde around Cyreles, and then goes to the basket. I didn't see it until I saw that last camera angle. I mean, I almost had it fully wrapped up. And now Aris have a chance to win them in the most dramatic of fashions.
Okay? Then 5 is coming like this to make sure the other come. Okay? And then 5 make flash for 4. Okay? You are 5. Okay?
Well, sort of surprised Weems didn't get a touch there, but maybe the plan was to try to pass it to him. Look at this. A little bit of magic coming from the stands here. So Aris have been able to do this without Ateneo tonight, and he's an important player. I mean, you can better believe that Gary Bell is going to be blanketed. They've got time, but the question is, are you going to drive to the basket? And Veseoglu has come into the game number 10. He hasn't played much tonight. He will guard the inbounds pass. So I think they were getting a look at what they were trying to run. Aris. Smart play by Besiktas. They've got to inbound it. Oh, they do! But he threw it up at the rim. He was open, and now a desperation. Oh, it doesn't go in. No, nobody can pick up the ball. Strawberry, Aris had a man, I think it was Pruitt, open. He snuck in from behind. Or no, it wasn't. Sorry, it was Cyreles. But the pass eluded him. And Yanakis said something in Greek there. I couldn't translate it. But something like, I can't believe it. And now you got to play defense, and he's watching this the nervous last few seconds tick off the clock. So as it is, honey, put the dinner back in the oven. I'll be home 5 minutes later. It's overtime. I think if you look at the stats, look at the rebounding advantage of Aris. That is astonishing. Absolutely incredible that they have out-rebounded Besiktas by that number tonight. Here it is again. Look at this. Oh no, sorry, this is just some of the highlights of the fourth quarter. Part of me thinks that was Aris's best chance of winning the game. They had a shot to win it. They haven't done it. And now that was the great block, but the foul was called. Now they're going to have to play another 5 minutes. And it was right after this play that the energy in the crowd just went up a notch, and it helped Aris come back into it. Bell hit that key three-pointer right there. But at the end of the day, they just couldn't get him the ball at the end. And even if they had, he was going to be guarded. So, he needs a little bit of space to shoot the basketball. They had the right play. It was just the pass was a little too high, and Cyrilus couldn't catch it. So they will start off with possession here in overtime. Bonus time. Extra bang for your buck for the tickets. Bocaritas launches a deep three. Okay, getting some quality minutes. Number 9 coming off the bench. Here he is. And he is fouled. What a big moment for him to come into the game. He's played 5 games this year. And averaged 5.3 minutes per game. So big time for him to go in. And Mortos, meanwhile, has picked up his 5th foul, so he has to exit the contest. But talk about a big moment for a guy who hasn't played much. Young Gaik comes into the game and has to take some big free throws. Samet Gaik. And misses both. Did play at the FIBA Olympic qualifying tournament in the Philippines for Turkey back in 2016. Bell. Guarded by Gaik. Gets it in, puts up a little runner, doesn't get it to drop. And we have played 1 minute of overtime and neither team has scored. Mortos is fouled out of the game. An offensive foul called on Adams. He's not having much luck here the last couple of minutes. Leonis doing a good job of moving his feet. Here he goes again. Adams sits down after his 3rd foul. Shanley's already fouled out. Palacios is fouled out as well. It's like a war of attrition now. Leonis looks to go baseline, puts it up, and again, an air ball. Hit that big three-pointer, but hasn't looked good on his 2 shots since. Strawberry hit that big three-pointer. He banked it in, remember, shot clock winding down. Penetrates, puts up a runner. Gaik with some rebound, and he is fouled. Here he is, and fouled quite clearly by Bell. Samet Gaik, 25 years of age. He's just missed a couple of free throws. So he goes back to the line now. And again, misses another one. And he just needs to take a deep breath and knock this in. Relatively tough situation to come into the game when you haven't played hardly at all. And there he takes his time and makes 1 of 2. There's Bell. Pruitt. And the rebound collected by, oh, it goes off of Besiktas. I believe, nope, they're going to say it went off of Aris. at this again. Okay, goes off the leg. Scrapping. Oh gosh, I'd have to see that again. I still can't. Anyway, Aris have been the beneficiary of some calls tonight as well. 2.5 minutes remaining. We're in overtime. 4-7 Aris against, and Clark picks a great time for Besiktas to find his range and knock in a 3. 4-point lead. Besiktas splits the defense. Beautiful pass. And Cyril is not able to finish. Couldn't have had it in a better position. Just did not score the basket. Strawberry for 3. Oh, that's a killer. That is a straw man dagger. Look at him. That's his favorite spot. He banked it in the fourth quarter. This time, he rattled it in. Don't read lips, folks. This is where Sarelis has to make this shot. So remember, Aris, they had possession, they had a chance to win it at the end of regulation, and not able to take advantage. So now they've got to come out and make some more plays. See, leading scores for Besiktas. I suppose when you look at the standings, you probably have the likes of Girona Gora, Citigas Avellino, and Ostend all clapping right now to see 4-17 go down, potentially. How about Gaziantep, meanwhile, another Turkish team getting another win tonight. Winning at Ventspils. Pınar Karşıyaka won this week. Good week for Turkey. Here's Besiktas. Again, floats in, and the ball doesn't go in. And Conde called for the foul on Sipahi, or excuse me, Conde calls the foul on Pruitt. So Sipahi takes a deep breath and misses the first one. Just leaving the door open with these missed free throws. Unlikely comeback, yes, but nevertheless, when you miss free throws, it does leave the door open. And Sipahi misses both. Besiktas. Pruitt fakes the shot, gets in the lane, puts it up, and Aris just simply can't put the ball in the basket in overtime. And you could just, it's almost as if the air has been let out of the balloon. Inside this arena named for the great Nick Gallis, the Nick Gallis Hall. Okay, his free throws take it up now to a 9-point lead. It's still not over. Somebody, Bell, somebody has to hit a shot. Besiktas takes a three. Good.
Back to a 6-point game.
Need a stop, and preferably another three like that. Strawman puts it on the deck, loses it, passes over to Weems, and coming in for the offensive rebound was Clark. And Besiktas fouls out of the game. Well, Besiktas goes out, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Missed a crucial late free throw, and I'm sure he's going to remember that when he goes home tonight. Sipahi, meanwhile, now makes it a 3-possession game. Unless, of course, Aris were to get a 4-point play and then a 3-pointer. He makes this one. It's an 8-point lead. Clock is the enemy. They got to get it up fast. And 3-pointer is good from Aris. They need to foul. 5-point game. Cyrelis commits the foul. I mean, when you think about it, it's not like they've made a ton of free throws lately. They have made some. Turkey shooting 64.1%. They're 25 of 39. And Sipahi is 2 of 4. He missed his first 2. Now he's just made his last 2. Bends his knees, makes it. So it's still a 2-possession game now. 71-65, and makes both. He's made 4 in a row, Sipahi. Now Bell. Ooh. Pruitt for 3. Long. Cyrelis for 3. And Strawberry with the rebound. And that's going to be it. So Besiktas come on the road, don't particularly play well, especially offensively, but grind out an overtime win against Aris, which now really complicates their path to the top 4 and a spot in the playoffs. Besiktas Sompo Japan win it 72-65 over Aris Thessaloniki. Well, both teams hit 9 threes. Both teams shot below 30% inside the arc, and both teams had their struggles at the free throw line, sub 70. So it was more of a defensive game. And Aris did a good job on the boards. And you see the turnovers. And I think, you know what? You know, Aris are going to hear some applause because I think the fans realize the players came out and gave it all tonight. Gave it all they had. You know, sometimes it's just a real struggle. Bell with 18, Mars 14, Besiktas 12, and you see Strawberry led the way in scoring for Aris. We're going to look at the Group D standings. So Besiktas go back to the top of the standings at 9-3. Chesnenberg, our second, 8-4. Nanterre 92, 7-4, but they're playing right now. Zlonogora in 4th place. And some of those teams are in action, obviously. Try to let you know who's doing what. Also in Group D, Nanterre are losing right now at home to Telecom Baskets Bonn, 16-13. So that'll be one to watch out for. So here are the highlights again from the second half. Aris hitting that three-pointer. And that was the block, unfortunately for Aris fans, that was called a foul. Probably one of the plays of the game, really. I mean, Besiktas struggled a little bit tonight, as you can see, but he also had some big moments. Here he is. You know, you don't want to cross midcourt when you see the double team, and that was his mistake there. He had nowhere to go with it. Bell caught fire tonight, had 18 points. And then Fionis with a little runner coming in from the right. And we saw some good things from him. He hit a big three-pointer. I mean, clearly, if they can get Bell open and they can give him the ball, he's got his feet set. You know, he's going to make his shots. He did it a lot tonight. That was the three from Fionis. Bell was 4 of 7 from 3. Fionis was 1 of 2. Also had 8 rebounds and 3 steals. This was a killer right here. Strawberry banked it in. That was almost immediately after Aris had taken the lead. And then Clark hits that one. And of course, these are in overtime. And they pretty much iced it. And that was the reaction from Strawberry, letting you know who was going to win the game. Besiktas did hit this one last three-pointer. But then he fouled out. Aris, and those are the last points of the game for Aris, who fall at home to Besiktas Sompo, Japan, 72-65. Thanks for watching, everybody.